गणाधीश जोईश सर्वांगुणांचा मूळारंभ आरंभ तो निर्गुणाचा नमो शारदा मूळ चत्वारवाचा गमो पंथ आनंत या राघवाचा. This opening verse is a sacred invocation that prepares the mind for divine wisdom and spiritual clarity. The poet begins by bowing to Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles and the source of all virtues. Though Ganesha is worshipped in form, he is also described here as Nirguna, beyond qualities, reminding us that the divine exists both with and without attributes. Next, the verse salutes Goddess Saraswati, the origin of knowledge, speech, and the four forms of expression: thought, word, meaning, and sound. By invoking her, the poet seeks purity of speech and clarity of expression before beginning the spiritual journey. Finally, the verse points towards Raghava, Lord Rama, as the infinite path itself. This suggests that the journey towards truth, devotion, and liberation ultimately leads to the divine ideal of righteousness, compassion, and balance. The core message is: before beginning any spiritual, intellectual, or creative endeavor, one must first remove inner obstacles, purify speech and intention, and surrender to the higher ideal. Only then does the path become clear, peaceful, and purposeful. मना सज्जना भक्तिपंथे चिजावे तरी श्रीहरी पाविजे तो स्वभावे जनी निंद्यते सर्वसूडूनि निद्यावे जनीन् वन्द्यते सर्वभावे करावे. This shloka offers a clear spiritual roadmap for inner transformation through bhakti. It teaches that when the mind walks on the path of devotion alongside the virtuous, the seeker naturally attains Sri Hari, not through force or ambition, but through svabhava, one's transformed inner nature. The verse emphasizes that true spiritual progress begins in the mind. When thoughts align with devotion, humility, and goodness, divine grace becomes effortless. There is no need to chase God externally. Inner alignment itself attracts the divine. A powerful ethical message follows: abandon criticism and condemnation of others. Practice compassion and forgiveness towards all. Respect the worthy and noble, not selectively but with full sincerity. The shloka highlights a key spiritual principle: how we treat others reflects our closeness to the divine. Letting go of judgment purifies the heart, while honoring virtue strengthens devotion. The key insight is: devotion is not only prayer or ritual, it is a way of living. When the mind chooses devotion, speech chooses kindness, and actions chooses reverence. Divinity manifests naturally in life. प्रभाते मनी राम चिंतित जावा पुढे वैखरी राम आधी वदावा सदाचार हाथोर सांडून नयेतो जनीन तोचितो मानवी धन्य होतो. This shloka teaches a simple but powerful formula for a meaningful and blessed life. Begin with the right thought, speak the right words, and live with right conduct. The verse advises that one should remember Lord Rama first thing in the morning, within the mind itself. This highlights the importance of mental discipline. The mind sets the tone for the entire day. When the day begins with elevated thought, clarity and calm naturally follow. Next, it says that Rama's name should then be spoken aloud. Thought turning into speech represents alignment between inner intention and outer expression. When noble thoughts flow into words, they purify communication and influence actions positively. The shloka then stresses sadachara, righteous conduct. Devotion is not limited to prayer or chanting. It must be expressed through ethical living, honesty, compassion, and restraint. Without good conduct, spirituality remains incomplete. The final line delivers the result: such a person alone is truly dhanya or blessed in human life. Wealth, status, or fame do not define success. Character does. A human life becomes meaningful only when thoughts, words, and actions are in harmony. मनावासना दुष्ट कामानयेरे मना सर्वथा पापबुद्धि न कोरे मना धर्मता नीति सोडुन्नको हो मनान्तरीन सारविचार राहो. This powerful shloka offers practical guidance for mastering the mind, which is the foundation of inner peace and ethical living. It begins by warning against allowing impure desires and destructive cravings to enter the mind. In spiritual psychology, desires are not sinful by nature, but when they become distorted, they pull the mind towards restlessness, guilt, and loss of clarity. This verse strongly advises rejecting papa buddhi or sinful thinking. This does not merely refer to immoral actions, but to the intention behind thoughts. A pure mind creates pure actions, while a corrupted mindset leads to suffering even before action occurs. The shloka reminds us that discipline begins at the thought level. Next, it emphasizes never abandoning niti, meaning righteousness, ethics, and moral order. In moments of temptation or emotional pressure, the mind often tries to justify shortcuts. This verse acts as a moral anchor, reminding us that long term peace always comes from integrity, not convenience. Finally, the shloka concludes with a positive instruction: keep Sara Vichara, meaningful, wise, and reflective thoughts alive within. This is not suppression but conscious cultivation. When the mind is trained to dwell on higher values, harmful desires naturally lose their power. The key insight is control of the mind is not achieved by force but by choosing purity, ethics, and clarity every day. A mind filled with noble thoughts becomes calm, strong, and spiritually aligned, leading to a life of balance and inner freedom. मना पाप संकल्प सोडून द्यावा मना सत्य संकल्प जीवी धरावा मना कल्पनाते नको विषयांची विकारे घडे होजनी सर्वचीची. This shloka offers a powerful and practical guide for mental discipline and inner purity. It directly addresses the root of human suffering, impure thoughts, and unchecked imagination. The first line urges the mind to abandon sinful intentions completely. It reminds us that transformation begins not with actions alone, but with the thoughts we entertain. When negative intentions are dropped, half the inner battle is already won. The second line emphasizes holding firmly to truthful resolve. Truth here is not only about honesty in speech, but about living with integrity, clarity, and alignment between thought, word, and action. A mind anchored in truth gains strength and stability. The third line warns against indulging in excessive imagination about sensory pleasures. Constant mental fantasizing fuels desire, attachment, and restlessness. The final line delivers a sharp insight. All inner distortions eventually manifest as outward disturbances. The key takeaway is purify intention, hold truth firmly, restrain imagination, and inner clarity will naturally express itself as outer harmony. A disciplined mind creates a disciplined life. नकोरे मना क्रोधः खेदकारी नकोरे मना कामना विकारी नकोरे मना लोभ अहंकारो नकोरे मना मत्सरो दंभ भारो. Anger is described as khedakari, a source of suffering. It burns mental energy, clouds judgment, and damages relationships. When anger becomes habitual, it turns life into constant unrest. Desire or kama is portrayed as the root of many distortions. Unchecked desires multiply endlessly, pulling the mind in conflicting directions and weakening inner stability. Jealousy is highlighted as poison for contentment. It arises from comparison and makes one resent others' success, leading to insecurity and inner bitterness. hypocrisy, and arrogance burden the mind with false identity. Pretending to be something we are not creates inner tension and distances us from truth. The shloka's core teaching is inner simplicity. A calm and pure mind does not arise from suppression, but from conscious refusal to entertain destructive emotions. When anger, lust, jealousy, and ego are dropped, the mind naturally becomes lighter, clearer, and more receptive to wisdom. The key insight is freedom is not gained by controlling the world, but by cleansing the mind. A mind free from inner toxins becomes peaceful, strong, and spiritually aligned, capable of right actions and lasting happiness. मना श्रेष्ठ धारिष्ठ जीवी धरावे मना बोलणे नीच शोषित जावे स्वये सर्वदा नम्र वाचे वदावे मना सर्वलोकान् स्थिरे निभवावे. This verse advises the mind to cultivate steadfastness and excellence in one's inner life. A strong mind supports a strong life. At the same time, it warns against low or harsh speech, reminding us that words reveal the quality of our thoughts. Speech that lacks restraint weakens both relationships and self respect. The shloka further emphasizes humility as a constant virtue. Speaking gently and humbly does not indicate weakness. Rather, it reflects inner confidence and maturity. Humility keeps the ego in check and opens doors to learning, harmony, and trust. Finally, it encourages living in a way that uplifts and connects with all people. Instead of competing, dominating, or distancing ourselves, we are guided to coexist peacefully and respectfully with everyone. Dehe tyagita kirti mage uravi mana sajjana हेची क्रिया धरावी मना चंदनाचे परी त्वां झिजावे परी अंतरी सज्जनानी ववावे. True greatness does not come from outward appearance, wealth, or loud recognition. Just as sandalwood spreads fragrance even when rubbed and worn down, a truly good person remains gentle, calm, and beneficial to others, even when tested by life's hardships. This shloka urges the mind to embrace virtuous action as a way of life, not as a strategy for praise. नकोरे मना द्रव्यते पूढिलांचे अति स्वार्थ बुद्धि नुरे पाप सांचे घडे भोगणे पापते कर्म खोटे न होता मना सारिखे दुःख मोठे. The poet advises the mind not to obsess over accumulating wealth meant for the future at the cost of present righteousness. When intelligence becomes overly self-centered, it naturally drifts toward sinful shortcuts. Such thinking justifies wrong actions in the name of enjoyment, success, or survival. Even if wrongdoing appears profitable in the short term, the karmic consequences are inevitable. What seems like enjoyment today becomes regret tomorrow. This shloka also highlights a deep truth about happiness. True sorrow is not caused by external loss, but by inner compromise. Wealth gained through dishonest means never brings peace because the mind constantly remembers the wrong. सदा सर्वदा प्रीतिरामी धरावी दुखाची स्वये सांडी जीवी करावी देहे दुःखते सुख मानित जावे विवेके सदा स्वस्वरूपी भरावे. The verse begins by urging us to remain constantly rooted in love and devotion to Rama, symbolizing alignment with the highest truth or divine consciousness. Next, it advises us to let go of the habit of clinging to sorrow. Suffering often repeats itself because the mind becomes accustomed to it. The shloka then presents a powerful psychological shift. Consider bodily pain and life's difficulties as neutral experiences not as enemies. Finally, the verse emphasizes living constantly in one's true nature through discrimination or viveka. This means remembering again and again that we are not the body or passing emotions, but the aware consciousness observing them. जनी सर्वसुखी असा कोण आहे विचारे मना तुझी शोधून पाहे मना त्वांचिरे पूर्वसंचित केळे तया सारिखे भोगणे प्राप्त झाले. This shloka delivers a powerful reality check about happiness, destiny, and karma. Sant Samarth Ramdas asks a simple but profound question: is there anyone in this world who is always happy? The answer is meant to be discovered through self reflection. The shloka explains that every joy and sorrow we experience is the result of our past actions, Purva Sanchita Karma. What we enjoy or suffer today is not random nor caused by others alone. It is the natural outcome of what we have previously done, thought, and chosen. Instead of blaming fate, people, or situations, Sant Ramdas urges the mind to look inward. When we understand that our experiences are karmic results, the mind becomes calmer, more accepting, and less reactive. This awareness reduces complaint, comparison, and jealousy. मना मानसी दुःख आणू नको रे मना सर्वथा शोक चिंता नको रे विवेके देहे बुद्धी सोडून द्यावे विदेहीपणे मुक्ती भोगीत जावी. This shloka delivers a powerful message on mental freedom and inner liberation. Samarth Ramdas Swami advises the mind not to invite sorrow, grief, or unnecessary anxiety. Suffering, he explains, is often self-created through excessive identification with the body and emotions. The shloka urges viveka, discrimination, the wisdom to separate the body, deha, from the true self, atman. When one drops deha buddhi or body consciousness and lives with the understanding of being videhi, beyond the body, the mind naturally experiences freedom even while living. This teaching aligns with the core philosophy of Indian spiritual wisdom. Liberation is a shift in awareness, not an external escape. By letting go of grief, fear, and over attachment, the seeker enjoys peace and clarity in daily life. मना सांग पारावणा काय झाले अकस्मात ते राज्य सर्वै बुडाले म्हणूनी कुडी वासना सांडी वेगी बळे लागला काळ हा पाठी लागी. In this shloka, Samarth Ramdas Swami asks the mind to reflect on Ravana, the mighty king whose vast empire collapsed suddenly. Despite immense power, wealth, and intelligence, Ravana was destroyed because of uncontrolled desire or vasana and ego. Time, that is Kala, did not warn him. It struck when attachment crossed the limits of wisdom. No status, success, or achievement is permanent. When desire becomes obsession, it invites downfall. Time relentlessly follows those trapped in arrogance and intelligence. जीवा कर्मयोगे जनी जन्म झाला परी शेवटी काळमुखी निमाला महाथोरती मृत्युपंथेची गेले किती एकते जन्मले आणि मेले. This shloka reminds us of an unchanging truth of human existence: birth, action, and death. Every soul is born into this world bound by karma, performs actions through life, and ultimately meets the same end, death. No matter how great, powerful, or successful one becomes, time spares no one. This shloka humbles human pride by pointing out that even the mightiest have walked the path of death. Countless beings have been born, lived, and disappeared before us, and the cycle continues endlessly. This reflection urges the mind to detach from ego, status, and temporary achievements. The deeper message is clear: worldly life is transient. Recognizing this impermanence inspires spiritual awareness and right living. Instead of clinging to fleeting pleasures, one should focus on meaningful action, inner growth, and preparation for liberation. मनापाहता सत्य हे मृत्युभूमि जिता बोलती सर्व ही जीवमीमी चिरंजीवी हे सर्व ही मानिताति अकस्मात् सांडूनिया सर्वजाति. Samarth Ramdas delivers a powerful reminder of life's deepest truth. Death is inevitable and life is temporary. While living, every individual speaks and behaves with strong ego, I, me, mine, believing they will live forever. This illusion of permanence blinds the mind to reality. The shloka exposes how humans assume immortality, yet death arrives suddenly, forcing everyone to abandon wealth, relationships, status, and identity without warning. No achievement or attachment accompanies us beyond this world. Through this stark contrast, Ramdas Swami urges detachment, humility, and awareness of truth. Spiritually, this verse teaches that recognizing mortality leads to right living, reducing ego, limiting excessive desires, and focusing on inner growth. Awareness of impermanence is not meant to create fear, but clarity and wisdom, helping one live consciously and meaningfully. मरे एक त्याचा दुजा शोक वाहे अकस्मात तो ही पुढे जात आहे पुरे ना जनीन लोभ रे क्षोभ त्याते मनोनी जनीन मागुता जन्म घेते. This shloka delivers a sharp reminder about the impermanence of life and the endless cycle of rebirth driven by human desire. It observes how one person dies, another mourns, and yet that mourner too soon follows the same path. Death is unavoidable for all. This verse highlights greed or lobha as a powerful force that never feels satisfied. This unending craving creates inner disturbance and the emotional turmoil, binding the mind to worldly attachments. Because desires remain incomplete at death, the soul is compelled to take birth again, continuing the cycle of suffering. The core teaching of this shloka is detachment and awareness. By understanding the temporary nature of life and the futility of endless accumulation, one can reduce greed and mental agitation. True freedom lies not in possessions, but in contentment, discrimination, and inner discipline. मनी मानवा व्यर्थ चिंता वहाते अकस्मात होणार होऊन जाते घडे भोगणे सर्व ही कर्मयोगे मती मंदते खेदमानी वियोगे. Sant Samarth Ramdas reminds us that human beings waste immense mental energy on unnecessary anxiety. What is destined to happen will occur suddenly and naturally, without our constant worrying. The shloka explains that all experiences, joy and sorrow, arise through karma. Life unfolds according to actions already performed, not according to our fears or overthinking. Yet, a confused or immature mind reacts with grief, especially during separation or loss, creating self-made suffering. The deeper message is clear. Worry does not change outcomes. Wisdom changes how we face them. When the intellect understands karma, the heart becomes steady. Accepting life with awareness reduces sorrow and builds inner strength. मना राघवे वीण आशा नको रे मना मानवाची नको कीर्ती तुरे जया वर्णिती वेदशास्त्रे पुराणे तया वर्णिता सर्व हि श्लाघ्यवाणे. In this shloka, Sant Samarth Ramdas Swami teaches the mind to give up two powerful attachments, hope placed in anything other than Lord Rama, and the craving for human praise or fame. Worldly recognition is temporary, but devotion to the divine is eternal. This shloka reminds us that the Vedas, Shastras, and Puranas glorify only those who are absorbed in divine virtues. When a person's words, thoughts, and actions align with God consciousness, their life itself becomes worthy of praise without seeking it. In today's world of social validation and constant comparison, this verse is a timeless guide. True peace comes not from applause or popularity, but from surrendering the ego and anchoring the mind in higher values. मना सर्वथा सत्यसाण्डून कोरे मना सर्वथा मिथ्यमाण्डून कोरे मना सत्यते सत्यवाचे वदावे मना मिथ्यते मिथ्यसूडूनि द्यावे. This shloka teaches a powerful yet simple rule for life. Never abandon truth and never promote falsehood. Saint Ramdas reminds the mind to stay firmly rooted in honesty, both in thought and speech. The shloka emphasizes that truth must not remain only an inner belief. It should be spoken clearly and lived consistently. At the same time, falsehood should not just be avoided in words but completely rejected in intention and action. This inner alignment between mind, speech, and behavior creates moral strength and inner peace. In today's world, where shortcuts, exaggeration, and half truths are common, this shloka serves as a timeless guide. Living truthfully builds trust, clarity, and spiritual stability, while falsehood ultimately leads to confusion and inner conflict. बहुहिं पुटी होय जे माय पोटी नको रे मना यातना तेची मोठी निरोधे पचे कुंडिले गर्भवासी अधोमुखरे दुःख त्या बाळकासी. In this shloka, Saint Ramdas powerfully reminds the mind of the immense suffering endured even before birth. The shloka describes how the unborn child is tightly confined in the womb, upside down, restrained, and enduring intense pain. This imagery is not meant to frighten, but to awaken awareness. The core teaching is gratitude and restraint. If human life itself begins with such hardship, then adding more self-created suffering through greed, cruelty, anger, or ego is unnecessary and unwise. This shloka urges the mind to avoid actions that lead to pain, both for oneself and for others, especially mothers and innocent beings. Spiritually, it highlights the preciousness of human birth. Having escaped such extreme conditions, one should live with compassion, self control, and ethical awareness. The message is clear: do not waste this rare life by causing suffering, when wisdom can lead to peace and liberation. मनावासना चूकविये रजारा मना कामना सोडिरे द्रव्यदारा मनायातना थोरहे गर्भवासी मना सज्जना भेटवी राघवासी. This shloka from Manache Shlok by Samarth Ramdas delivers a powerful message on detachment, self-control, and spiritual liberation. Here, the mind is advised to escape the endless maze of desires and material cravings. Wealth-driven ambition and sensory attachment only lead to suffering, which the saint vividly compares to the intense pain endured by the soul trapped in the womb, a symbol of repeated birth and bondage. The shloka gently but firmly urges seekers to renounce destructive desires and instead seek the company and grace of Lord Raghava Sri Ram. True peace, it teaches, is not found in possessions but in satsang, devotion, and surrender to the divine. मना सज्जना हित माझे करावे रघुनायका दृढचित्ती धरावे महाराज तो स्वामी वायुसुताचा जना उद्धरी नाथ लोकत्रयाचा. This shloka is a powerful reminder to live for the highest good and to anchor the mind firmly in devotion to Lord Sri Ram. Samarth Ramdas urges the seeker to perform actions that are beneficial not just personally but universally, actions rooted in dharma, selflessness, and divine remembrance. By asking the mind to hold Rama steadily in the heart, the shloka highlights mental discipline through devotion. Rama is praised as the supreme master, even of Vayusuta or Hanuman, symbolizing strength, humility, and perfect service. This establishes Rama as the ultimate refuge and guiding force. The final line elevates Rama as the savior of all three worlds, reinforcing the idea that surrendering the mind to divine ideals leads not only to personal upliftment but also to the welfare of humanity. न बोले मना राघवे वीण काही जने वायुगे बोलता सुख नाही घडी ने घडी काळ आयुष्य नेतो देहांती तुला कोण सोडू पाहतो. This shloka delivers a powerful reminder about mindful speech and devotion to Lord Sri Rama. Samarth Ramdas Swami urges the mind to avoid meaningless talk and focus only on Raghunatha. Idle or careless words may seem harmless, but they never bring lasting peace or happiness. The shloka highlights a deep truth. Time silently steals our life moment by moment. Every unnecessary word spoken is a moment lost, time that will never return. As death approaches, none of our words, positions, or social bonds will accompany us. The body itself is abandoned in the end. Through this verse, the saint teaches spiritual discipline through silence, awareness, and divine remembrance. By controlling speech and anchoring the mind in Rama, one conserves inner energy and moves closer to liberation. True fulfillment comes not from talking more, but from remembering the eternal while time flows away. रघुनायका वीणवाया शृणावे जना सारिखे व्यर्थ का वो सणावे सदा सर्वदा नाम वाचे वसुदे अहंता मनी पापिणी ते नसुदे. In this shloka, Samarth Ramdas gives a powerful reminder about right effort and inner purity. He says that striving without Raghunayaka is exhausting and ultimately meaningless. Living only to imitate society leads to a wasted life with no lasting fulfillment. The shloka urges us to keep the divine name constantly on our lips, making remembrance a daily habit rather than an occasional act. When the mind stays anchored in Rama's name, ego naturally weakens. Ahankara or ego is called papini, sinful, because it blocks humility, devotion, and inner peace. The essence is clear. True spiritual energy comes from devotion, not from empty busyness or social validation. By replacing ego with continuous remembrance, life becomes purposeful, calm, and spiritually aligned. मनावीत मानू नको बोलण्याचा पुढे मागुता राम जोडेल कैचा सुखाची घडी लोटता सुख आहे पुढे सर्व जाईल काही न राहे. This shloka delivers a powerful reminder about speech, patience, and impermanence. Samarth Ramdas gently advises the mind not to feel tired or frustrated by speaking rightly or chanting the Lord's name. Even if results are not visible immediately, Ram will unite everything at the right time. The shloka highlights an essential truth of life. Moments of happiness pass quickly, and whatever we cling to today will eventually fade away. Comfort, pleasure, success, and possessions are all temporary. Nothing truly stays forever. The deeper message is to detach from feeling sukh or happiness and remain rooted in devotion, discipline, and awareness. When joy comes, enjoy it without attachment. When it leaves, do not grieve. Everything moves forward with time. महासंकटी सोडिले देव जेणे प्रतापे बळे आगळा सर्व गुणे जयाते स्मरे शैलजाशूलपाणि नुपेक्षी कदा रामदासाभिमानी. This powerful shloka highlights the limitless grace and strength of Sri Rama, the divine protector who rescues devotees even from the gravest crisis. The verse reminds us that Rama's valor, power, and virtues are unmatched, making him supreme amongst all divine qualities. The shloka further emphasizes Rama's universal reverence. Even Lord Shiva, along with Parvati, constantly remembers and worships him. This illustrates Rama's spiritual greatness, acknowledged across all realms and deities. At its heart, the verse reassures devotees that Rama never neglects those who surrender with devotion and humility. Just as he stood firmly by his greatest devotee Hanuman, Rama remains eternally loyal to all who seek refuge in him. The core message is faith in Lord Rama removes fear, overcomes obstacles, and guarantees divine protection, especially in times of deep sankat or crisis. अहल्याशळा राघवे मुक्तकेली पदीलागता दिव्यहोन केली. जयावर्णिता क्षीणली वेदवाणी नुपेक्षी कदा रामदासाभिमानी. This shloka highlights the transformative power of devotion and divine grace. It recalls the moment when Bhagwan Sri Ram liberated Ahalya, who had been cursed into a stone. The instant she touched Rama's feet, she was freed and regained her divine form. This single act symbolizes how true surrender can dissolve even the deepest karmic bondage. The verse further declares that Rama's greatness is so vast that even the Vedas grow weary describing his glory. His compassion is limitless, his power unmatched, and his love for devotees unwavering. The concluding line reassures seekers that Rama never neglects those who surrender to him with devotion and humility. Spiritually, this shloka teaches that no soul is beyond redemption. No matter how hardened one's past may be, a moment of sincere faith can bring complete inner transformation. Rama stands as the eternal protector of his devotees, firmly devoted to those who remain devoted to him. वसे मेरुमान्दारहे सृष्टिलीला शशि सूर्यताराङ्गणे मेघमाला. चिरंजीव केले जनीदास दोन्ही नुपेक्षी कदा रामदासाभिमानी. This shloka beautifully presents Bhagwan Sri Ram as the divine power behind the entire cosmic order. It describes how majestic elements like Mount Meru, Mandara, the sun, moon, stars, and cloud formations exist as part of his divine creation. This verse reminds us that the universe is not random but a carefully sustained cosmic play or Leela guided by the Supreme. The shloka further highlights Rama's deep compassion towards his devotees. By granting immortality through remembrance, he makes his devoted servants eternal in the hearts of humanity. True devotees live on, not merely through physical existence, but through spiritual legacy and divine grace. At its core, this verse emphasizes unwavering devotion. Rama never ignores those who surrender to him with true love and faith. उपेक्षी कदा रामरूपी यसेना जीवा मानवा निश्चयोतो वसेना. श्रीभारवाहेन बोले पुराणी नुपेक्षी कदा रामदासाभिमानी. This shloka conveys a powerful spiritual truth. Bhagwan Ram never ignores his devotees, yet many humans fail to hold this certainty firmly in their hearts. The verse highlights a contrast between divine compassion and human doubt. While Rama's grace is ever present, people often remain unaware or unconvinced due to ego, distraction, or lack of faith. The line referring to ancient scriptures reminds us that this truth is not new. It has been repeatedly affirmed in sacred texts and traditions. The imagery of bearing a burden on the head symbolizes how humans carry worldly worries, forgetting that surrender to Rama lightens all burdens. At its core, this shloka teaches unshakable devotion and inner conviction. A true devotee knows that Rama, who takes pride in his servants, never neglects those who remember him with faith. The message encourages readers to replace doubt with trust and to live with confidence in divine grace. हसे हो जयान्तरी भाव जैसा वसे हो तया अंतरी देव तैसा अनन्यास रक्षित से चाप पाणी नुपेक्षी कदा रामदासाभिमानी. This shloka teaches a profound spiritual truth. The divine reflects the devotee's inner state. Whatever emotion, faith, or intention a person carries within, the same presence of God manifests in their heart. When devotion is pure and focused, the divine presence becomes living and real within the seeker. The verse also highlights the power of Ananya Bhakti, unwavering, single minded devotion. Such devotees are personally protected by Rama, symbolized here as the one who holds the bow. This protection is not merely physical but spiritual, guarding the devotee from fear, doubt, and inner conflict. The concluding line reinforces a recurring assurance. Bhagwan Ram never neglects those who take pride in being his servants. Sincere devotion guarantees divine care. सदा सर्वदा देव सन्निध आहे कृपाळूपणे अल्पधारिष्ट पाहे सुखानंद आनंद कैवल्यदानी नुपेक्षी कदा रामदासाभिमानी. This shloka conveys a powerful spiritual assurance. The divine is always present. It teaches that God does not remain distant or selective, but stays constantly near, especially observing even the smallest spark of courage, faith, and sincerity in a devotee's heart. The verse highlights divine compassion and grace, explaining that true happiness, inner bliss, and even kaivalya, that is, ultimate liberation, are granted not through ego or power, but through humble devotion. The phrase emphasizes that the Lord is never indifferent toward one who carries genuine devotion. By referring to Rama as Dasabhimani, one who takes pride in his devotees, the shloka reassures seekers that surrender is never ignored. Even a little spiritual effort, when done with sincerity, receives divine attention and reward. सदाचक्रवासी मार्तंड जैसा उडी घालितो संकटी स्वामी तैसा हरी भक्तीचा घाव गाजे निशाणी नुपेक्षी कदा रामदासाभिमानी. This shloka uses a powerful natural metaphor to explain divine protection and devotion. Just as the Chakravaka bird instinctively responds to the rising sun, a true devotee naturally turns to the Lord in times of distress. The verse suggests that when cries arise, the Lord appears swiftly, lifting the devotee out of danger with grace and assurance. The second half highlights Hari Bhakti as a visible, resounding mark of spiritual identity. Devotion itself becomes a divine signal, one that never goes unnoticed. The repeated refrain reinforces a central belief: Lord Rama never neglects a devotee who surrenders with faith and humility. In essence, this shloka teaches that sincere devotion activates divine intervention. Faith is not passive, it calls forth protection, guidance, and unwavering grace even in the darkest moments. मना प्रार्थना तुझला एक आहे रघुनाथ थकीत हो निपाहे अवज्ञा कदा हो यदर्थी न कीजे मना सज्जना राघवी वस्ति कीजे. This shloka is a humble inner prayer where the mind speaks directly to itself. The poet urges the mind to hold one pure request before Lord Rama, not for wealth or power, but for steadfast devotion and righteous living. When such sincerity arises, even the divine pauses in attention, moved by the devotee's intent. The shloka warns against disrespect or neglect towards this sacred purpose. Spiritual growth falters when devotion is treated casually. Instead, the mind is advised to consciously reside in Raghava, meaning to anchor thoughts, actions, and values in dharma, compassion, and self discipline. At its core, this verse teaches that true spirituality is an inner commitment, not outward display. When the mind becomes noble and rooted in divine awareness, life naturally aligns with peace, clarity, and purpose. जया वर्णिति वेदशास्त्रे पुराणे जयाचे नियोगे समाधानबाणे तया लागी हे सर्वचाञ्चल्य दीजे मना सज्जना राघवी वस्ति कीजे. This shloka highlights the supreme spiritual authority of Raghava, whose glory is praised in the Vedas, Shastras, and Puranas. It teaches that true inner peace arises not from external achievements, but through divine alignment and surrender. The verse urges the seeker to offer all mental restlessness, doubt, and distraction at the feet of Rama. When the mind realizes its wavering nature and anchors itself in devotion, clarity and stability naturally follow. This is not blind faith, but conscious trust in a higher spiritual order that has guided humanity for ages. At its core, this shloka is a practical spiritual instruction. Place your mind in righteousness and let divine wisdom dissolve anxiety. For sincere souls, devotion becomes the path to lasting calm, focus, and inner fulfillment. मना पाविसे सर्व ही सुख जेथे अति आदरे ठेविजे लक्ष्य तेथे विविके कुडी कल्पना पालटीजे मना सज्जना राघवी वस्ति कीजे. This shloka teaches that true happiness is not found by chasing every desire, but by placing focused devotion where it truly belongs. The poet advises the mind to turn its attention with deep respect towards Raghava, the eternal source of peace. When the intellect or viveka is awakened, false imagination and restless thoughts naturally dissolve. This verse highlights the power of discernment over distraction. The mind often wanders due to endless kalpana or imagination, but when guided by wisdom and devotion, it becomes steady and fulfilled. By consciously redirecting attention towards higher values, inner joy arises effortlessly. In modern life filled with noise and anxiety, this shloka reminds us that lasting happiness comes from mindful focus, clarity of thought, and devotion. Anchor the mind in righteousness and higher purpose, peace will follow. बहुहींडता सौख्य होणार नाही शिणावे परी नातुडे हित काही विचारे बरे अंतरा बोध वीसे मना सज्जना राघवी वस्ति कीजे. This shloka delivers a powerful reminder about restless wandering versus inner wisdom. It says that endlessly running after external pleasures or experiences does not bring lasting happiness. Such wandering only leads to exhaustion, not true benefit. The verse urges the seeker to pause, reflect, and awaken inner understanding. Real growth begins when one turns inward, applies discrimination, and aligns the mind with higher values. Happiness is not found outside. It is realized through clarity, self-inquiry, and conscious living. Finally, the shloka advises the mind to reside in Raghava, meaning to anchor oneself in devotion, righteousness, and divine awareness. When the mind rests in Rama, life gains direction, stability, and peace. बहुतां परिहेचियाता धरावे रघुनायका आपुले से करावे दीनानाथ हे तोडरी ब्रीद गाजे मना सज्जना राघवी वस्ति कीजे. This shloka urges the seeker to adopt one supreme resolve in life, to completely surrender to Raghunatha and make him one's own inner refuge. Instead of scattering the mind across many worldly pursuits, the verse advises focused devotion and unwavering faith. The phrase Dinanath, Lord of the Humble, highlights Rama's eternal vow. He never abandons those who surrender with sincerity. His divine promise resounds through time. Anyone who accepts Him wholeheartedly is protected, guided, and uplifted. True peace is not found in endless effort alone, but in conscious surrender. When the mind rests in devotion to Rama, inner conflict dissolves and life gains clarity, courage, and direction. In a distracted, fast moving world, this shloka reminds us that single pointed faith brings stability, emotional strength, and spiritual fulfillment. मना सज्जना एक जीवी धरावे जनी आपुले हित तुवा करावे रघुनायका वीण बोलो नको हो सदा मानसी तो निजध्यास राहो. This shloka offers a powerful lesson on focused devotion and disciplined inner life. The poet advises the seeker to hold one clear resolve in the heart, to always act in one's true spiritual interest, not worldly distraction. The line Raghunayaka Vino Bolo Nako reminds us to avoid meaningless speech and mental noise. Instead, the mind should remain constantly absorbed in the remembrance of Lord Rama, Raghunatha, as a steady inner meditation. This practice builds clarity, emotional balance, and spiritual strength. At its core, this shloka teaches mindfulness through devotion. When the mind repeatedly returns to Rama, distractions lose power and life becomes purposeful. The message is timeless. What we repeatedly think about shapes who we become. मनारे जनी मौन मुद्रा धरावी कथादरे राघवाची करावी नसे राम ते धाम सोडून द्यावे सुखाला आरण्य सेवित सावे. This shloka teaches the power of silence, devotion, and simplicity. Samarth Ramdas advises the mind to practice mauna or inner silence while engaging lovingly in the stories of virtues of Rama. Silence here is not emptiness, it is awareness that strengthens devotion. The verse further explains that where there is no remembrance of Rama, that place should be abandoned, even if it appears comfortable or attractive. True happiness does not come from luxury or noise, but from detachment and spiritual focus. Symbolically, serving in the forest or aranya represents a life of discipline, simplicity, and inward joy. In today's fast-paced world, this shloka reminds us that peace arises from mindful silence, devotion, and choosing spiritual depth over temporary pleasure. When the mind rests in Rama, even solitude becomes bliss. जयाची निसंगे समाधान भंगे अहंता अकस्मात येऊन लागे तये संगतीची जनी कोण गोडी जयी संगतीने मती राम सोडी. This shloka delivers a powerful warning about the company we keep. Samarth Ramdas reminds us that certain associations may appear pleasant, but they quietly destroy inner peace. Such company feeds ego, inflating the eye sense and pulling the mind away from humility and devotion. The verse asks a sharp question: what sweetness is there in companionship that makes us forget Rama? Any influence that distances the mind from higher values, self awareness, and devotion is ultimately harmful, no matter how attractive it seems on the surface. Spiritually, this shloka teaches discernment or viveka. True companionship should strengthen clarity, reduce ego, and keep the intellect anchored in righteousness. If association weakens devotion and inflates pride, it must be consciously avoided. मनाजे घडी राघवे वीण गेली जनिया पुली ते तुआहानी केली रघुनायका वीण तो क्षीण आहे जनी दक्ष तो लक्ष लावून पाहे. This shloka delivers a powerful reminder about the true value of time and attention. It teaches that every moment spent without remembrance of Rama is a personal loss. When the mind drifts away from divine awareness, life becomes filled with fatigue, restlessness, and inner dissatisfaction. The shloka highlights that without devotion, even intelligence feels exhausted. In contrast, a mindful and wise person remains alert, carefully directing their focus towards inner truth. This constant awareness brings clarity, discipline, and inner strength. Spiritually, the verse emphasizes conscious living, choosing devotion over distraction. Psychologically, it aligns with modern ideas of mindfulness, where attention goes, energy flows. Devotion here is not escape, but focused living with purpose. मनीलोचनी श्रीहरि तोचि पाहे जनी जाणता मुक्त हो निराहे गुणी प्रीत राखे क्रमो साधनाचा जगी धन्य तो दास सर्वोत्तमाचा. This shloka highlights the essence of true devotion and disciplined spiritual practice. Samarth Ramdas teaches that when the mind and eyes are fully absorbed in Sri Hari, life itself becomes a path to liberation. Awareness of the divine presence transforms ordinary living into a state of inner freedom. The shloka also emphasizes consistent practice or sadhana. Loving devotion must be supported by good qualities, discipline, and gradual spiritual effort. Bhakti is not emotional attachment alone. It grows stronger through values, self-control, and clarity of purpose. Such a devotee who lives with love, awareness, and steady practice is called truly blessed. Serving the Supreme with humility and devotion makes one of the highest among servants even while living in the world. सदा देव काजी झिसे देव ज्याचा सदा राम नामे वदे सत्यवाचा स्वधर्मे चिचाले सदा उत्तमाचा जगी धन्य तो दास सर्वोत्तमाचा. This shloka describes the ideal devotee whose entire life becomes an offering to God. A person who dedicates their body, actions, and speech to divine service is considered truly blessed in this world. The verse highlights three powerful virtues. First, selfless service. The devotee willingly exhausts the body in God's work without ego or expectation. Second, the constant remembrance. The tongue continuously chants the sacred name of Ram, symbolizing unwavering faith and inner purity. Third, living one's own dharma. The devotee walks the righteous path with discipline, balance, and moral clarity. Such a life creates harmony between thought, word, and action. The shloka concludes by declaring this servant of the Supreme is the highest among devotees and truly fortunate because their devotion transforms everyday life into spiritual fulfillment. सदा बोलण्यासारिखे चालता है अनेकी सदा एक देवासी पाहे सगुणी भजेलेश नाही भ्रमाचा जगी धन्य तो दास सर्वोत्तमाचा. This shloka defines the qualities of an ideal devotee whose inner faith and outer actions are perfectly aligned. The verse highlights spiritual integrity, single-minded devotion, and freedom from confusion. The devotee always acts according to what he speaks, showing moral consistency and truthfulness in daily life. Though surrounded by many forms and distractions, he sees only one supreme God everywhere, reflecting spiritual unity and clarity of vision. Such a person worships God with form, yet remains untouched by doubt or illusion. There is no hypocrisy, no inner conflict, only steady devotion and clear understanding. The shloka concludes by declaring such a devotee as truly blessed and highest amongst servants of God, because his life itself becomes a living expression of devotion, discipline, and divine awareness. न सेयन्तरी कामनानाविकारी उदासीनजो तापसी ब्रह्मचारी निवाला मणिलेशु नाही तमाचा जगी धन्यतो दास सर्वोत्तमाचा. This shloka highlights the ideal devotee who has completely conquered inner desires and mental disturbances. Such a person is free from lust, greed, and emotional agitation, remaining calm and detached like a true ascetic. Their mind is not clouded by ignorance or darkness, but shines with clarity, discipline, and spiritual awareness. This shloka emphasizes inner purity over external show. True greatness lies in self control, renunciation, and unwavering focus on higher truth. A devotee who lives with such mental cleanliness and balance naturally rises above worldly distractions. According to the verse, this spiritually evolved person is truly blessed in the world. Their life becomes meaningful because it is rooted in restraint, wisdom, and devotion. This shloka reminds us that freedom from desire is the gateway to inner peace and spiritual excellence, making such a soul worthy of the highest respect.